timeline. You know what I mean? Like Erika's betting on blonde. We're kind of over all of that. I guess in my mind, yeah, Tom and Ariana is much more recent than Erika. We're not really out of the beat up Tom stage yet. So he did say it was very rough without giving anything away.
You said to Tom, you know, congratulations on, you know, the most extras. Like this kind of started out, you didn't know. And Tom Sandoval said, you're right. I didn't know that Tom Sandoval and the most extras would be a touring actual act with huge crowds sold out. And I mean, look, we have news for you all because I'm sure you did. I did a teaser of what I was going to wear. People absolutely, I mean, most people were like, oh my God, this will be great. Like, tell us about what happened. But, you know, people were on there. What a waste. What's wrong with you, sister? Like, horrible. You're not like for women. I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want. We're going to go. It's a cultural moment. We cover all things pop culture. And the show was good. I mean, it was good. And
are you just saying that because I said, wait, Sarah, you're going to love this?
No, you are right. You are right. No, I will give you credit. You are 100% right. Like, I love the David barometer of like what is worth seeing. You are fucking spot on. You are genius. I will say that. I don't care what people say. And I've got news for everybody. The place was packed. Tons of women.
Packed.
Tons of women. Women that were so happy to see him throwing themselves. I don't care. Like this whole narrative that no one's seeing Tom Sandoval, it's false.
I mean, the man is basically molested. Like you didn't say every time when he comes out to the audience at the end when the shirt is off. This time because they were filming. The shirt was on. The shirt was like normally the shirt comes right off after like the third song. Yes, now that I've gone twice. But it was on. You know, they filmed, look, it'll be maybe 1 second of this or none of it. It'll be B-roll. But up until like the very end when they weren't filming, then he took the shirt off. So someone obviously said, you know, for TV, just keep the shirt on, I guess. But when he comes out to the audience when the shirt is off multiple times toward the end, I mean, if you watch him, I mean, the women, I mean, the hands are around the abs on the chest. It's like if the man is being touched all over. Right. It's like the thing is, you know, and by the way, someone from Michigan, I forgot who, I'm so sorry, slipped into my DMs, you know, when they said, wow, you were right. Just my scenario I said on this podcast where I said, you can hate him, but when he comes to your small town, and no offense to these small towns, when it's not New York or not LA, when you're living wherever, and it's more like a big thing when someone comes to town, you know, it's a big thing, obviously, when Taylor Swift comes to LA, I'm not putting down, you know, but Tom is, but you know, when this is a big deal in a smaller town, I said, trust me, when you're sitting there and the theater is 3 blocks from your house and a woman slips into my dance and she's like, everything you said is exactly what I did. I saw it was advertised. I live in Michigan. I said, oh God, am I really? And an hour later, I bought the ticket and I cannot wait to go see this. It's, you know, that I even told you standing in line, girl. And when you were complaining, I said, trust me, Sarah, you're going to like it. It's like, you know, the songs, right? You know, the songs.
He does. So, you know, yes, correct. They do a lot of covers of songs, you know, I mean, My Sharona, Schwartzy's mom has got it going on. I mean, all kinds of songs that, you know, yes, you're up, you're dancing, you're singing. Men were there, women were there. They were filming, of course, for the next season of Vanderpump Rules. And, you know, I'm sitting in the back for a little bit. Of course, my boots were like killing me. My feet were like, so bad. I should have just worn sneakers, which is what everyone does in Los Angeles. But I'm sitting in the back. All of a sudden, I see this guy in this cute hat and blonde hair. He's being swished upstairs by production. There's like 2 people, and people are yelling, Schwartz. He runs upstairs. So I thought, oh shit, that's going to be my last chance to see him. Like they're probably going to keep him in a VIP section, film him there. You're not going to see him. I don't know. Within 30 minutes, he walks down by the bar and there he is. And I was like, oh my God, Schwartz, can I take a picture? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, in love. You guys, tall, handsome. I even was obsessed with the blonde hair. Hotter in real life. The cameras don't even do these men justice. James Kennedy, striking in real life.
I told you. I think James is very attractive.
He comes off as such a baby on the show. Honey, in real life, a man. they were gorgeous. Schwartz has to be 6'3" if he's a
You're in love with
I
Schwartz.
mean, I'm just I like I said, like I'm such a great husband. I've such a good life. I wouldn't fuck that up. But I mean, he was like amazing. And I said to Schwartz, like, how are you doing? He's like, great, you know. And I took a page from your book. I was like, how's the season going? And he's like, it's good. He's like, I'm trying to figure it out, man. Like all this because my best friend had an affair. And I said, yeah, I mean, it's a lot, you know? And he was like, it is. And I said, I love the way that you act on camera. I think you're very authentic. And he goes, yeah, you know, he goes, yeah, I'm kind of, I can't remember what he said. I'm kind of weird, or I'm kind of all over the place or something. And I said, it's so great. Don't change it. You're doing terrific. And he goes, thanks. And he's like, well, what do you do for a living? And I was like, you know, I have a podcast show. I work in TV. He's like, that's great. Congrats. I don't know. And then he moved, you know, everybody wanted a photo.
Of course.
And women there, like, I was not the only one, believe me. Women there were like in love with him, trying to get with him. And I said, girls, get it. Someone needs to be with Schwartzy, and let it be you.
Someone needs to be with Schwartzy. I told it's a great time. I would go again, and
incredibly packed by the time I stayed for probably 5 songs, and then I was done a little after 9 o'clock. I was out, but it was a great show. And when I left, people were still coming in. Packed.
And by the way, before we move on from this topic, there's a tour throughout the whole year. When filming is over, I was like, do you have any more dates this year? He was like, yeah, here in Florida, Savannah, there. I mean, there was like 13 dates the guy rattled up. I'm like, it's like, listen, when the Countess started, we all had a laugh at the Countess Cabaret. Countess Cabaret is 5-6 years later. It's selling out all over the world. She's great. This is what this act has become. It's a real act.
Okay, wait. We have to shout out. We had actual amazing fans there. Dario and Luis, handsome husbands that have been together for a decade, in love with Mr. Yantif. Listen to Dario. Oh my God, the sweetest human being, listens to the Sarah Fraser show daily. Everybody take notes, okay? Dario, I love you. Listens daily, subscribed. David Yantif. I do a video because Dario shows us his phone where he's subscribed to both Behind the Velvet Rope and Sarah. And then he's also listens to 2 T's in a Pod and Teresa's. And David goes, wonderful, wonderful points to you and me. And then he goes, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I should play the video.
Well, 2 T's, I mean, please.
Amazing. We love you.
Is guys. That what I said? I don't even, is that this video that I just posted?
Yes. No, I edited it because I wasn't sure if you wanted that part out there, but then
I mean, I'm in a feud with everyone. Just leave whatever in. But
then I gotta say, Kasha and Bill, we have to shout out Kasha and Bill, who are new fans from Atlanta. Kasha and Bill go all over the country to see Tom Sandoval. And wait, I have one last question, then we can move on from this. Who's Billie Lee? I know, like, she's
Billie,
right?
First of all, Billie Lee is on a podcast, might be coming up on a podcast you guys all know and love. Billie Lee is, look, I think they brought Billie Lee back this season to Vanderpump because she's going to be in it. I think, listen, she's a